What's up, guys? How are you guys doing today? What's going on? Fuck all that. I'ma come in, dog. End up hype. No, we starting this vlog off hype. You mean, before we start this vlog off, make sure y'all hit the button, the big red button down below that says subscribe. I don't know if it's on this side or this side. It's on one of them sides, y'all. Just make sure you hit it and smash that like button as well. Now, listen. We got some stuff to talk about. I don't know if I gotta keep saying this to y'all. I really don't know. But y'all see me in this chair, in front of this wall. I mean, I got some shit to talk about with y'all. You know what I'm saying? We dropping this bike life information. Title and thumbnail of this video, y'all. We gonna be talking about the unspoken rules in bike life. Now listen, before we get into the rules, I know a lot of people won't like this. Listen, I didn't make up the rules. I didn't make them up. They were just passed down to me. You mean I had to learn the rules just like everybody else had to learn the rules. But there's a lot of rules in bike life. You mean, but I'm gonna be talking about some of the most popular, or I mean, you can say popular, but unspoken as well. It's just kind of like, you need to know this. I mean, before you come out in this pack acting goofy, you need to know this. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm about to drop. Nobody explains this stuff, so I'm here to explain it, y'all. No other bike life channel is dropping this type of information for y'all, and I'm here to drop it for y'all. We gonna get into these rules. Some of y'all need to know these rules, because it's some of y'all I be seeing out there, you know what I'm saying, who don't know these rules, and it shows that y'all don't know these rules. Let me fix the camera real quick. Hold up, bow. I don't feel like I did much. Guys, rule number one, and this is probably the most popular unspoken rule. You know what I'm saying? It's probably the most popular. Everybody knows this. Like, say it with me. Where are the worms at in the pack? Worms in the back of the pack. Now listen, like I said, I did not make up this rule, but it's a rule I definitely did have to follow when I was coming up in this bike life stuff. You feel me? Everybody has to follow that, and there's reasons to it. And before we get into the reasons, y'all, the reason we say worms, you know what I'm saying? I didn't make up the term either, y'all, but it's just something people say in bike life. I'm saying worms are in the back. I mean, it's just like saying in any other sport you're a rookie. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. It's just, I don't know, whoever made up this decided to use the term worm. I don't know why they use worms, but if I figure out, I will definitely make another video to let y'all know. You mean, don't shoot the messenger. But worms are in the back of the pack because I see a lot of people out there. Now, I understand. Everybody wants to be in the front of the pack where all the action is at. You know what I'm saying? You want to see the hitter. You want to see the people you see on YouTube and Instagram. You want to see them in action. You mean, you want to see that with your own two eyes. I've done it. I remember my first time riding with Brat, or my first time riding with Rue, or Twin. A lot of people. And it's like, I want to see this in person. I remember my first time riding with them. I'm like, yo. I didn't even know how to wheelie back then, but first time riding with them hitters, I'm like, wow. Like, holy shit. How did they move like that? How are they controlling the bike like that? You mean? And it just sparks your interest in the bike life world even more. You feel me? So I understand. Like I said, I've been there before. We all have been there before. I get it. You want to be up front and you want to see the action. I understand that. But guys, you also got to remember, you don't know what these guys are about to do. The same way that I didn't know how they can control these bikes and all these tricks that they were doing, I didn't know what some of them tricks require. I mean, some of them tricks require you to drop back immediately and slow that bitch the fuck down and have the RPMs come down so you can jump to the seat and do all your, you know what I'm saying, whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of tricks require that. I mean, so this hasn't happened to me. I've never made anybody crash or fall or anything, but somebody has made me crash or fall. But people want to look, and then when you're doing something and they're not paying attention directly, they have no idea what you're about to do, you will mess around and run into them. You know what I'm saying? Now, not just for hitters, but anybody in general. You know what I'm saying? You will mess around and run into them and cause a big old accident. You mean? So, a lot of people, and when I say worms, I just don't mean the people who don't know how to wheelie. Because there's people out there that know how to ride and know the bike life rules and stuff. They just don't wheelie or don't know how to wheelie. You mean? There's a lot of people out there like that. And there's people who know how to wheelie but don't know how to wheelie in a pack. You know what I'm saying? You're still considered a worm. So it's not about your wheelie skill. It's about your bike life pack knowledge. You know what I'm saying? It's about how you act in the pack. You know what I'm saying? So move to the back a little bit so you don't crash into somebody who's dropping back. I mean, I'm not saying every time a crash happens it's a worm's fault. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, the rule of a bike life pack is worms in the back to especially people who don't know how to ride their bikes properly, who don't know how to control their bikes properly, move to the back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because majority of the time, guys, a lot of those people cause accidents or they will hurt themselves severely. Like I've seen this in a ride out in Delaware. I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody on a KTM, whatever bike, was all hype and it was raining and trying to wheelie and show off in front of people and was all up in the front and slid, ran into the back of the car, y'all, and stuff got really bad and ugly. You mean I'm not really gonna paint that picture, but y'all can understand. You feel me? Well, that's bike life rule number 1. Bike life rule number 2. Unspoken bike life rule number 2. There's always a pack leader. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if y'all just riding around or not, there's always gonna be a pack leader. There's always gonna be either that person to where you ask, where we going? You know what I'm saying? Unknowingly, he is the pack leader. Regardless of how big the pack is, regardless if it's a little pack of you and your friends, you don't know where you're going, so you got one guy leading the way, he is the pack leader. You mean? Regardless if he wants it or not, or regardless if he acknowledges it or not, or even in big ass packs, there are assigned pack leaders. You feel me? There are specific people leading the pack. Y'all, I think my dog just farted. God damn. But listen, there are specific people leading the pack, y'all. Do not pass the fucking pack leaders, y'all. Like, do not pass the pack leaders because we might be making a turn that somebody didn't see and they end up keep going straight. And a lot of people don't like to look back when they're willing. You know what I'm saying? They don't like to look back. So I've seen like people done pass the pack leader while we was turning left or right. He kept going and never looked back, and I promise you, I've never seen him in the pack after that. Like, he got completely lost. I mean, if you want to stay in the pack, y'all, pay attention to the pack leader. Figure out their hand signs, what hand signs mean, which way we're about to go, if there's a hazard ahead, cops, all that stuff. You mean? So, pay attention to the pack leader. If you want to wheelie close or up in the front of the pack, I try not to pass the pack leader because the pack leader likes to either stop at lights sometimes or make sure cars are out the way for us. You know what I mean? So we're about to make a sudden turn. You know what I'm saying? Always pay attention to the pack leader and try your hardest not to pass him because he literally is our navigation system. I mean, he is giving us direction on which way to go. And there's no, if there's hazards ahead or if there's cops ahead or we should stop real quick, any of that. So pay attention to your pack leaders. Bike life rule number 3, guys. People need to hold traffic. If we're going through, now listen, I try my hardest not to run red lights. Like, I'm telling you, like, even if I'm wheeling and we got a red light and the car's this way, got a green light, guys, I'm putting the bike down because I'm not about to try to make that fuck around and get hit by a car. Because a lot of cars don't give a fuck about us, y'all. But if we're going through, like, we're in a big ass pack to where, listen, you really can't stop this too much. Guys, hold traffic. Hold traffic. Get in front of the cars and, like, personally, when I get in front of the cars, I just ask them, like, oh, give me 1 minute. You feel me? Like, 1 minute. And most of them will, like, yeah, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Just, like, listen, 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I want all my friends, all my bike life family to come through and we'll be out your way. You won't even see us no more. Most of the time, they're like, cool, no problem. You know what I'm saying? They're patient. They'll pull out their phones, record, and they like us, you know? So just stop traffic. But please, for the bike life community and the bike life culture, guys, be respectful when you're stopping traffic. Don't just, I've seen some disrespectful people stopping traffic. Like, they'll slide their back tire and kind of like bump the car a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like the tire or the front bumper. They're saying it on disrespectful. Like, guys, please don't be disrespectful when we're stopping these cars because a lot of these cars do paint the picture for society about us. You know what I'm saying? They'll record and say whatever they want to say because of how they're feeling in that moment. And there goes bike life name being smothered in garbage, you mean, and being covered in shit. And they're saying we're thugs and all this, guys. So please be respectful when you're stopping traffic, when you're holding cars or anything like that. Most of the times, y'all, the people in the cars really don't care. Not all the time, but most of the time. I mean, most of the time they really don't care. They're like, cool, no problem. I say thank you. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. Just give me 1 minute. That's it. That's really it. 5-second conversation is all you need, y'all. So just please be respectful when you're stopping traffic. Bike life rule number 4. You will think this rule is kind of obvious. You mean, but nobody, not say nobody, but a lot of people don't take this rule serious, y'all. we need to stick the fuck together. I mean, stick together. I mean, when we're together, can't nobody stop us, can't nobody break us up. I'm saying they really can't do anything, regardless if it's just cops or angry pedestrians or cars, whatever. If you stick together, y'all, can't nothing stop us. And that's not just with bikes, that's in everyday life. You know what I'm saying? I can't influence everybody, but I'm trying to influence at least a little bit of people to act right a little bit when we're out there, y'all. If we stick together, can't nothing stop us. You mean, somebody bikes break down, we all stop. I know y'all seen people in the back stop for other people. If you see somebody bike break down, don't act like you didn't see them. Stop for them. Make sure they're okay. You know what I'm saying, make sure they can get their bike back started. Say if they can't, make sure they can push it to a safe spot. You mean, everybody's going to stop. The pack ain't going nowhere. We're gonna ride regardless. You mean, but just stop and make sure your fellow bike life rider is safe and is cool. Guys, we stick together. That's really it. Stick together. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard, because if it was you who your bike broke down, or you fell, or your bike don't start, or you ran out of gas, you would want people to stop and help you. I mean, I've been in a situation personally where ain't nobody stop and help me. I mean, I stop for everybody because I know what it feels like to not be stopped for. I mean, I know what it feels like for people to act like they didn't see you. I mean, when your bike breaks down. Help everybody, help. I'm not saying give your all and get caught because of them, but do what you can to try to get them out of harm's way. You mean, regardless if they gotta leave your bike and jump on the back of yours, regardless of what it is. You mean, if it was you, you want them to do that for you. So do that for them, y'all. And that's really it. That's all I gotta say about the top 4 unspoken bike life rules, y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Do what you guys do best. And I will see y'all next video.